Yeah, simply put, just want to impart a little bit of wisdom on you guys today. Yoda, go ahead on and like, share, subscribe to my channel. Leave any comments in the comment section below. Your comments will be greatly appreciated. Today, I want to talk about Jonathan Majors and the Jonathan Majors interview, after he was convicted of assaulting Grace Jabbari. As we know, Jonathan Majors, has been in news. He's been going back and forth to court. Jonathan Majors is a Hollywood actor. He was one of the hot commodities in Hollywood. He was kind of on the scene doing different movies. He was in the Creed movie. He was deemed as the main villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was Kang the Conqueror, and he has done several other movies. He's kind of one of the hotter up and coming actors in Hollywood, and he was dating a woman whom he met on the set of Ant-Man and the Wasp, which was one of the Marvel movies, to where they were showcasing Kang the Conqueror, kind of one of the first times they showed him. And he was in a couple TV shows. He was in the Loki TV show, and he met her on that set, and they started dating, and basically they were dating, and things were kind of going wayward. And he had an incident with her, and he he had an incident with her where they was out on the town, and she saw his cell phone, saw another woman text, and she tried to take his cell phone, and he was trying to get his phone back, and he used force to get his phone back, grabbing the phone to get it back, and basically he kind of went on a little run when he got running away from her. He was pretty much trying to get away from her, running for his safety, running for his life. And he eventually went to court, and she accused him of assaulting her, where it was kind of clear that basically he was just trying to get his phone. He was trying to get his phone back, and went to court, went back and forth. They put it out in the media for a while, and he was accused of assault without intent. Like, basically, he assaulted her, but it wasn't malicious. He wasn't shown as maliciously trying to harm the woman in the situation. So basically, everybody can see that it wasn't a kind of a fair thing or whatever. He was trying to get his phone back or whatever, and it shows a lot. Basically, the situation showed a whole lot, and as far as dealing with men and women, and and a lot of women, when they saw the verdict, they feel like it's a win for women, but I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But basically, he finally gets his interview. He goes on the interview and trying to kind of clear his name, I guess, or kind of say his side of the story, because he didn't go on the stand. He felt like it was an open and shut case. He didn't really harm her. He actually got his phone back, got away from her, ran away from her, and she took off. She pretty much took off after him. So if he was basically assaulting her or harming her, why would she run after him? And if she was assaulted and so hurt, why would she go to the club afterwards? It was a lot of evidence showing that he really didn't assault her like that. If she was assaulted, she should have or would have called the cops on him immediately. She didn't call the cops. So she went through all this, and she went to the club that night, got drunk, Partied, went back to his place. Then when he didn't go home, he went to a hotel, and then he comes back, finds the lady passed out on the floor. He calls the cops to get, pretty much to get her. So, like I said, the interview, when I saw the interview, I felt kind of weird seeing this interview. It was kind of a weird thing. First off, once he got his verdict of guilty to assault to his then girlfriend Grace Jabbari, he was dropped by Marvel. So they dropped him as Kane the Conqueror in the Marvel movie. So they dropped him, and Marvel is owned by Disney. So he goes on ABC to do an interview, but they are owned by Disney as well. So to me, it's kind of weird. I think it's just kind of a humbling thing. They wanted him to humble himself and come on and talk and see, kind of see where everything is. And during the interview, if you watch the interview, it was kind of a weird, the way he was talking. I'm sure he was coached up to talk the way that he was talking and not to say certain things, but it was just kind of a weird interview. It seemed like he was acting. It did seem like he was kind of acting. And the lady that was asking questions, she was kind of asking, certain things. As she was asking them questions, like he was guilty, like he was guilty of what he did. Like, and it was just weird the way that he was talking. He was kind of really thinking about what to say and how to say it. He didn't want to say certain things in a certain way. But to me, it was just a way Hollywood was humbling him. He kind of got too big for his britches. He felt a certain way, and they also played the interview during the court case about him talking to his girlfriend Grace Jabbari. Basically, he was talking. That conversation was weird as well, because he was talking about I understood what he was trying to say, but to the person that he was talking to, let's be honest, he was talking to a white woman. He was talking to her about being more like Coretta Scott King. He was talking about wanting her to be more like Michelle Obama, and he was talking about he's doing great things. And he's a good actor. No slight on him or anything, but he's a really good actor. He's he can play different roles. He's been doing, and he's kind of perfect for Kane the Conqueror, who has different personalities and different roles. I mean, he's perfect for that particular character. But he was talking to his then girlfriend Grace Jabbari about being, more of a modest woman, more of a traditional woman. That woman is not. She don't care anything about. She don't care about that stuff. You're talking to somebody who doesn't care about, being traditional. She's a modern woman. She's dating you because you're famous. She's dating you because you have clout in the industry. You're on magazines. You're on TV. You're in movies. You make money. That's why she's with you, and she wants to use you because you are, the guy at the time. And he's talking about being more modest and traditional. She don't care about Coretta Scott King and the civil rights movement. She don't care about none of that. She don't care about, black excellence. She don't care about none of that. All she cares about is spending your money, being on the scene, going to clubs, partying, drinking, smoking, doing whatever she wants to do. She's not caring about none of that. And he was basically saying that if you can't be this type of person, then you don't need to be with me. But his problem and the reason why he got caught up, because he doesn't know how to leave somebody in the dust. And he even basically said that in the interview. He didn't leave when he saw the big red flags and all of that. And it's just it's a learning lesson for him. But the thing is, she doesn't care about you like that. She didn't care. She doesn't care about, the things that you're trying to do in your life. She doesn't care. She cares about you giving her money. She cares about being out in the spotlight and clubbing and drinking. And he just didn't have the guts to leave her in the dust. I've been in that situation myself. I've pretty much had that same conversation with one of my exes, and I told her, I said, hey, at first when we first started talking, everything was cool, everything was good. Then she started to want to go out, and she want to go and club, and she want to drink, and she want to smoke. And after one time, I told her, I said, hey, if that's the life you want to live, then I'm not the guy for you. You need to go be with somebody who accepts someone who goes out and drinks. You need to be with somebody who accepts someone who smokes and drinks, because I don't accept that. And at the end of the day, she got left in the dust because it's not your place to change somebody. It's not your place as a man. It's not your place to change. Your woman's supposed to come in and she's supposed to fall in line. And if you got a woman who's not going to fall in line, you need to leave her in the dust. Then you get into a situation where he felt like he couldn't break up with her because she was going to be volatile. You got to figure out a way to get rid of these. You got to leave these women in the dust. So she finds a text message. You talking to someone else. She finds a text message about someone saying they want to be with you, and she's upset. And now you got to run all over the streets of New York City, trying to get away from her. Just break up with her. Leave her in the dust. Tell her, hey, this is not working. And that's a problem like a lot of guys have. That's a problem that a lot of men have. They don't know how to break up with somebody. They don't know how to leave women in the dust. You want to go back and you want to still sleep with them. You still want to have. You got to be able to cut these. You got to be able to cut them off. And being that you're a black man and she's a white woman, that's what got him in trouble. And they showing that you did a little. You took your phone from her. You touched, you scratched her hand, you did this. Oh, you in trouble, buddy. And the whole interview that they had was just a humbling experience. You thinking you all up here? They just was showing him that you not all up here. You gonna have to humble yourself to the powers that be in Hollywood. Because one of the questions that the lady asked was, she said, do you want to still be in Hollywood? She didn't say, do you want to still be an actor? Or do you want to still act in movies? She said, do you want to be in Hollywood? And I felt like that was kind of weird for someone to ask, but she said, do you still want to be in Hollywood? And he said, yes, if they'll have it. And it was just a weird interview. And another thing that I kind of want to talk about is, a lot of women, they think that when stuff like this happens, it's a big win for women. Everybody knows that this situation is not a fair situation when it comes to men. So a lot of times women see this stuff and they think it's a big win for women, so they can just get away with anything. Well, I can take his phone and I can do this and that to him, and I can assault him and then accuse him. Women been doing this, and then you wonder why men react the way that they react. Why do you think men are not getting married now? Because we done seen so many examples of women getting married to men, good men, and they feel like that they're not happy. divorce him, and try to take all his money. It's just causing a reaction that men see. And then women turn around and say, well, why y'all don't want to get married? Because we see what happens. We had this thing going on as well back in the day. Women talking about men approaching them. I'm so tired of men approaching me. I'm so tired of men coming up to me, talking to me, catcalling me. They harassing me. They stalking me. You heard that? I used to hear that a lot. Women always saying, these men, they always trying to talk to me. They trying to, and then when men, okay, you're talking about it so much, you're gonna get a response. You're gonna get a equal reaction to that. So men stop going out talking to them, stop catcalling, stop talking to them in public, stop trying to get your number in public when you're in a group of females. And then women upset, it's just a reaction. So whatever happens is going to be an equal reaction from men. And then women upset, well, how come men don't just approach anymore? How come men don't come up and talk anymore? And just why don't you just try to get my number? Because women been complaining about the real issue. A lot of times women just want what they want when they want. And it doesn't work like that. So a lot of times women think that this is some kind of win. You think that men in Hollywood, men that's making money, up and coming actors, you think they gonna put themselves in that situation? Okay, well, I saw what happened to Jonathan Majors, a man with money, a man with means, or a regular man, just a regular man. You think I'm gonna put myself in that situation? Nope. Not gonna put men. We watch and we learn, and we try to get better every single day. We try to get better every single day. So when this stuff happens, it's gonna be a reaction. It's always gonna be a reaction to what's going on in society and what's going on, in the world, especially in the West. And you wonder why men want to go overseas and find a woman. Another thing that I do want to talk about. Well, my thing with the Coretta Scott King analogy is he I don't know why he said that to his white girlfriend Grace Jabbari. Like I said, she don't care. She don't care nothing about no civil rights. She don't care nothing about Michelle Obama. She don't care nothing about Barack Obama. None of them. She don't care about Martin Luther King. None of that. So that analogy was, that fell on deaf ears. But in the video, one thing that did kind of bother me, he tried to refer to Megan Good as like Coretta Scott King too. And he got some nerve saying that. I don't know if they made him say that or that came to him. That shouldn't have came to his mind either, because Megan Good is nowhere near a Coretta Scott King. Her preacher husband divorced her, trying to get away from her because of her modern thinking, her modern ways, wanting to be out there, wanting to just be back out there. So she's no Coretta Scott King. And another thing about Megan Good, who I will say has been in some movies. She's a good actress. She is a good actress. He's a good actor. She's a good actress. But she ain't no Coretta Scott King. She's no Coretta Scott King. And one thing that I did notice about her, she is sticking with him. She stuck with him by his side because she ain't had no other choice. Other guys in Hollywood is not gonna deal with her like that. They'll smash her. Like, she look good enough to get smashed. She do. She look good enough to get smashed. But other guys in Hollywood are not dealing with her like that. After she got her divorce with her husband, nobody was dealing with her, want to deal with her like that other than smashing. So she latched on to him, and I'll say it like that. she looks like she was enjoying being there for him. She looks like she was enjoying, and some women are like that. A lot of modern women are like that. When stuff is going on, she's looking at that as clout for herself. She's looking at it as a chance to be out in the limelight. She was with him in court, but she was thinking about, okay, this is getting me some time. And she looked like she just enjoyed being around the crowd. Paparazzi's taking their pictures. Everywhere they go, they got cameras on them. She got attention on her because she's with him. That's kind of what she likes, because she had a husband who was pretty much a stable guy, a preacher, a kind of guy who didn't have a whole lot of drama. I mean, he had a little bit of drama when he got with her, and then it kind of died down. And then that's when she wanted to start showing her modern ways, because it was just kind of level. It was a level situation. But some women enjoy that struggle stuff. You out there and going out to the court every day, having those court appointments, and when y'all get out the car, people taking pictures of you and all that. She's enjoying that. But what happens when things level off? What happens when things are okay? You'll find that what that person really is. You'll find who they really are then. It's not just and don't get me wrong, it's good to have a woman who is there for you when you are down. But what happens when things are level? Things are going good. That's a lot of times when modern women show their self. When things are going good, everything is on the level. They really show I'm not happy now, because there's no drama, there's nothing going on. I've been with women like that. When things are going good, they don't like that. They don't like when things are just, everything is just all right. Everything is good. It ain't no drama. We don't got a whole lot of attention drawn to us. They don't like that. But she's the kind of woman who likes being in the limelight. And on top of that, she don't really have no choice, like a whole lot of choices of other men who are going to like just be with her and date her and that. You know, she can get she can get it now. She can get it now. I ain't saying she can't get it. She can get it anytime she wants it. She can get it. But to have a guy who's gonna be, and him calling her like Coretta Scott shows that he don't have them all. Cause that was just like, what are you talking about? How dare you say that? That's total that was total disrespect. And I understand, like, being an artist, and I understand that, because I come from a family of musicians. I come from a family of artists, and we know that artists and singers and actors and people like that have a different way of looking at things. They kind of look at things in the outside the box type stuff. But you got to have something. You got to be grounded in something. You got to be grounded in something. Cause if you ain't grounded, you just gonna float away, and you just gonna start saying crazy stuff. And him calling her Coretta Scott that's crazy. That's just crazy to me. But anyway, just want to impart a little bit of wisdom on you guys today. Yo, go ahead on and like, share, subscribe to my channel. Leave in the comments in the comment section below. Your comments will be greatly appreciated. And like I always say, love you guys millions, and I'll talk to you later. Global.